All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you all for being here today. We'll do a quick little introduction and then I will turn it over to Dr. Andre. My name is Natalie Rhodes. I'm the Marketing Communications Manager for the College of Arts and Sciences here at Lamar. Today we're having a graduate session on our master's degree in computer science and our cybersecurity certificate. Our goal for today's video session is to answer your questions as they relate to being a graduate student in the Department of Computer Science. So today our guest is Dr. Stefan Andre. He is the chair of the Computer Science Department. And also joining us is Stephanie Broussard. She's the Assistant Director for Graduate Recruitment. At the end of our session, we'll have a question and answer portion. And at that time, if you have any admissions related questions, she'll be the one to answer those for you. I wanted to let you know that your video is turned off and your mics are muted to ensure your privacy. If you have any questions, like I said, at the end of the session, please feel free to use the chat function at the bottom of your screen. Your questions will be open, but you can also select to send your questions to me, Natalie Rhodes, to keep them anonymous. We are recording this session for posting on our website, and it will also be closed captioned. So I will go ahead and turn it over to you, Dr. Andre.
Good afternoon. Thank you for considering Master in Computer Science. We have 12 faculty that are teaching at that level. We have currently about 80 master students. Many of them used to be international students, but due to the pandemic, they are actually taking classes from overseas. And until the situation will improve, most likely they will come here. We do offer a core, 16 hours core in our Master in Computer Science, namely Foundations of Computer Science, Analysis of Algorithms, Advanced Operating Systems, Networks, Software Engineering, and 1 hour graduate seminar. All the other 5 courses have been 3 credit hours. In area of specialization, we have artificial intelligence, graphics, simulation, software engineering, database, architecture, algorithms, computer networks, real-time embedded systems, distributed systems, game development, mobile computing, and cybersecurity. I left cybersecurity at the end because it's the most recent specialization that we offer. We've been encouraged by the advisory board member. We have a very active advisory board, and the members of them strongly encourage us to invest in cybersecurity. The admission, so we require a GRE quantitative of a minimum 153, and however, because of COVID-19, the ETS offices are closed, and we waive temporarily the score, the GRE score, but we require instead a letter of intent, letters of references, copy of your transcript undergrad, resume, and anything work experience. So like 5 supporting documents for admission. And once admitted, we will offer you $1,000 scholarship and out-of-state tuition waiver, which will give you, the tuition will be reduced in half, about that. Typical jobs for the major. If you go to jobsus.com, you have about 12 categories of such jobs. And software engineer, programmer, software analyst, software manager, computer architect, operating system analyst, cybersecurity officer. Yeah, about 10, 12 such jobs. Background of faculty, so we cover all bases. The most recent addition is an assistant professor, Dr. Xingya Liu, and he has a PhD in cybersecurity. So we fought for him a couple of years ago to give him that job. And once you join the department, you need to take initially the prerequisite courses, namely operating systems and foundations of programming. Now, if you have already a bachelor in computer science from here, then this is waived, or from anywhere but US-based institutions. So they must be from United States affiliated. What else? Basically, in addition to those prerequisite courses, you can take Foundations of Computer Science and graduate seminar. So these 4 courses do not have prerequisite courses. So you have to start from somewhere. So these are the courses you need to start from. And they are 10 credit hours, okay? Now I open the conversation for questions.
I always leave it on mute, I forget. I know you said that a student in the United States, if they had a computer science degree, that they could just start a master's program without taking any of the prerequisites, like you said?
As long as those 2 classes, those 2 courses have
They've
been
already
passed with B or above.
But say someone they got their bachelor's degree in business or something of that nature, and
They need to take the course.
They would just have to take those few prerequisites and then be entered into the program?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I've got a couple of questions that came through. We have a student that's on the session from India and said currently visa interviews are suspended. And the student received admission for fall 2020, and we know that school starts a month from yesterday. Is there an alternative for this case? Are we still looking at maybe doing those online for students?
Yes, they can take classes online. In fact, we have like 14 students in the summer, and they are taking classes online. And I heard today Cambridge start getting the vaccine. So by the end of the year, we'll have a universal vaccine. So let's be optimistic on that.
For that student that asked that question, I'm just going to recommend to get in contact with you, Dr. Andre, to maybe set up your courses for the fall.
Tell them to send us an email. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got another one. Does the Master of Science in Computer Science come under the STEM program?
Yes.
It is a STEM degree, yes, absolutely.
We are the S from STEM, science.
Kind of the T too, I guess.
And T also, technology and engineering.
I think you're under all 4.
Yes.
Let's see. What courses do you recommend taking first? So a student's first semester in graduate programs, what would you recommend?
Like I said, the prerequisite courses, so that's 6 credit hours, then Foundations of Computer Science, and then graduate seminar. So this 4 is a bundle of 10 credit hours. Now, if they have those prereqs, they can take anything, because those two prerequisite courses are part of the admission efforts.
Dr. Andre, does the computer science master's program, are any of the courses face-to-face, or are they all offered online?
We invented the word online, and we designed the classes to be online. Now, we still offer the classes face-to-face for the students who are here, because they have to abide the UCIS regulation to be 6 credit hours face-to-face or hybrid. And what I'm going to teach in the fall, these classes, I will go at Lamar, and I will go in class. I will open a collaborator, like a similar software like you are using right now. And then those who come must wear a mask. And the building has hand sanitizers. Between the classes, there will be helpers who clean the tables and chairs. So we take all the measures we can to keep us safe. But the students don't need to come to class. However, they have to show their face because they have to prove they are here in the United States.
Right. We had one, hello, I'm an international student and my friends told me that if I join online, then I have to again study the same course after I reach the US because online classes will not have any credit. Does that?
No, that's not true. We give credit, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The class itself will not say whether it's online or face-to-face. We have it in our schedule, but the transcript will not show that.
Yes, to that student, your class will count. If you take it through Lamar University, we will count your credit.
Because the transcript doesn't say the class is online or face-to-face. So.
Okay, I have a question about the cybersecurity certificate and asking if those credits for the course taken for that certificate, will it count towards graduation?
Yes, they are. We treat them as electives. So once they take cybersecurity 1, cybersecurity 2, so systems, and they can take also secure software engineering. That's also part of the program. And there you go. That's the specialization.
I have a question about visa status, but I don't know if that's something that they would need to contact the international office about. I would assume.
Yan Tin, those guys.
Okay. To this student, I will give you the international office information, and then that will help answer your question. Dr. Andre is just computer science, doesn't know about the different like levels of status and everything. So I'll get you in touch with the right people for that question. I know you mentioned the $1,000 scholarship if you're accepted into the program. What about assistantships? Do you have anything like that or internship opportunities within the department?
Yes. First off, they have to be here in order to get the job. And second, they need to build a high GPA competitive because, we have, I would say maybe 25 positions per semester as graders. We also have possibility for research assistants, but we have to come up with an idea that is worth investing. Then we have a need for a webmaster, and we have a need for technicians. So we have like 30 maybe positions. Yeah.
13477 had a question. Do we need to be on campus for orientation? No, you do not need to be on campus for orientation. There's no requirement.
No.
All of our orientations are online this summer anyway. So
Yes.
there's no need to come to campus because it's not going to be open for orientations. Prerequisite courses can be waived if the student has experience.
No.
It either has to be taken before or it needs to be taken once you arrive or start online at Lamar. Dr. Andre, will courses be different in spring compared to the fall? I'm not understanding if they mean online or on campus, but I think the classes that'll be offered, I'm guessing.
Yes, we offer the core courses every semester, and electives we offer every year.
We have so many questions. This is way more than the undergraduate one we did.
Maybe because of the situation.
I think so. Dr. Andre, this student asked, where do we find the deadline for course registration, and do we need to meet with someone to review our selections?
Course registration, the ultimate deadline is a week before the class, but I recommend you to start registering for fall now, this week.
I agree. To the student that asked that, the week before school starts, that's August the 11th. That's a Tuesday. But like Dr. Andre said, you always want to go ahead and register as soon as possible. Your payment's not due the day that you register, so it's always good just to get those classes in and on your schedule. Okay. Also, this question, I can answer this question. Where can we find course descriptions and syllabi for the department's course offerings? If you go to lamar.edu/computer science, click degrees and then graduate degrees, you will see every course that is offered within the program, what it entails. So it's not just going to say the name of it, it actually explains what each class is that you'll be taking. I think your department's the only one that has that, Dr. Andre. That explains what each class is. That might be it for now. I know you mentioned internships and scholarships. What about research opportunities to work with faculty in the department?
We had in the past, for just as an example, the Lamar campus virtual map, and that was a team of I needed 11 research assistants basically. Because they had to go, it was a lot of effort. They had to go in buildings. The idea was to do like a GPS, but inside buildings where the GPS cannot penetrate. And you need to do the digitization of the hallways, of the rooms and everything, classrooms, everything. So yeah, it was a very, very big project.
I bet that took a long time too.
Yeah, over like 2 years.
Wow. I don't see any more questions. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. How will we be notified if we are admitted into the program after submitting the requested documents?
We usually go around the clock, so maybe a couple of days, or it depends of the national holiday or weekends.
Closed.
You can add 1 or 2 days for that, but I would say maybe a week after everything is complete. That's the hard deadline, but normally is in a couple of days.
Good. To that student that asked that question, you sent it to me privately, so I don't want to say your names or anything, but for that student, it goes through the admissions office, and then it goes to Dr. Andre's office, and then he lets the admissions office know. So it does take maybe a little bit longer than it might for undergraduate, but that's because there's so many more documents to go through. But it shouldn't take too long. And yes, you would receive an email that whether you've been accepted or not into the program. Dr. Andre, are there any other certifications available apart from the cybersecurity one in your department?
I mean, that certificate is indeed just in cybersecurity, but the rest we call them specializations, and I enumerate them, all 12 of them. And of course, cybersecurity is also a specialization as well as a certificate.
Okay. Another question about those prerequisite courses. Can we take a test to waive them?
What happened was, if they come here face to face, that's a different matter. We do not have a way to register in class because it will need proctorio. We don't have, I mean, if I sign him in a class, he would have to take it and pay. And then of course he will take the test. So it is actually impossible to, unless, I don't know, we find the way we embedded in foundations of computer science in another class, and then have the student take that class and then take the test. That could be the only possibility I'm thinking of. But because there is a need for face-to-face presence, because it's a closed book exam, these are the must closed book exam. So they don't belong to a course unless we would find a way to register the student quickly and then go and open the test for a couple of hours and submit. But it's not that easy. So we are still, so I don't know whether from the accreditation standpoint, we can do that.
I mean, I'll speak on just my experience. When I received my bachelor's degree, it was a bachelor's degree in dance. And then I wanted to get my master's, and I did my master's in education. But I had to take prerequisite courses because I hadn't done any of the education courses that I needed to do for grad school. So there are some, like, it's kind of like a leveling place to put you ready and prepared to start your master's program without, going into it blindly. You at least would need a couple courses under your belt to really understand what you're getting yourself into, is what I think. Lamar is good for computer science. Yes, we have so many computer science students here. I really do think it's one of our, especially in our college, one of the best programs that we have. Oh, Dr. Andre, someone said, thank you for answering so many questions when I was considering this program. You were very helpful.
You are very welcome. Thank you.
Nice way to start a Monday. Okay, will the tuition fee vary if we choose cybersecurity apart from 2 areas of specialization done for masters?
No, but the prerequisite courses are cheaper by about $300.
Good to know. Okay, and then this might be our last one. We haven't had another one come in a few minutes. But what do you think sets our computer science program apart from other programs at other institutions?
We extract from mathematics as much as we need. We extract from engineering as much as we need. And computer science is the science that converts the real world into a computer. And we, the computer scientists, will build a software and tell the computer how to work. In fact, Natalie, you are using now a software program called Teams. It's the best way to create a virtual meeting in such a pandemic.
I had another question come through, and I'm not sure what it is. Hopefully you do. Do we have the option of CPT during the program, and do we have OPT option?
Both. Yeah, CPT is during the program and OPT is at the end.
Good to know. Hopefully that answered your question. Haven't had any more questions come through, Dr. Andre, so we can go ahead and end the session, and I'll make sure to share is it okay to share your contact information with them?
Definitely.
Okay, and I'll let them know too that if you guys have been admitted or trying to register for courses, to also get with Dr. Andre, and he will help get your classes set up, I guess.
Okay.
Awesome. Hey, Stephanie, I saw you jump in. Did you want to say anything?
I was just going to say, if anyone is interested in applying for the computer science program, the Apply Texas deadline is July 28th. I put the link in the chat so you can actually go to our website and look at our academic calendar, and you can see different dates, important dates. So if you are interested in applying, you still have a few days. We are currently waiving all application fees. And as Dr. Andre mentioned, we are, upon reviewing your application, waiving the GRE for the fall. And also keep in mind, if you are a current or if you graduated in May of 2020, or if you plan on graduating for summer 2020, and you are a current Lamar University student and you're interested in this program, keep in mind the Continuing Cardinal Scholarship, which is a $2,000 scholarship that we provide to the students, to our students that are graduating and going into our graduate programs. So it's $2,000. So that would definitely help you a great deal in transitioning from undergrad to grad. And that is just for our current, our recently graduated May 2020 students and our summer graduate students, or students that are graduating in the summer going into this program. You have to have a 3.0 GPA, graduating GPA. You have to be doing a campus-based program, which this is a campus-based program, and you have to be going as a full-time student, which is 9 hours for fall. So if you have any questions about that scholarship, or if you have any questions about how to go through the application process and apply Texas, please feel free to reach out to me. I will also post, if I have it here, give me 1 second, because I got all these windows open. Got a whole bunch of things going on. So as Dr. Andre mentioned, the departmental requirements for this program, he mentioned resume and letter of interest. So all that information would go directly to Dr. Andre and his department. You actually wouldn't need to submit that to the admissions office. But the only thing that the admissions office needs are your official transcripts and of course your Apply Texas. And in regards to the transcripts, we're actually accepting unofficial transcripts for a decision, but keep in mind if you are accepted, we will require your official transcripts before you can actually get enrolled in classes. If you need assistance about how to fill out the Apply Texas application, this is a link to an instructional video that I did a while back. And y'all, my computer's going so slow. I don't know. This is, I need to be in computer science myself because this computer's going slow for me. I don't know what's going on. But I'm trying to put it here in the chat, but it's taken a while. So this is a YouTube video that I put together to help students question by question by question as they go through Apply Texas if they have any issues. So please feel free to reach out. And this is my email address if you have any questions thus far. And we would definitely love to see you in our computer science program for the upcoming fall.
Yay. All right. Well, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Dr. Andre. Thank you to everyone who attended today and asked such great questions. I've enjoyed learning more about the program, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.
Another contact information is also Paula Gregory at lamar.edu.
Okay. I'll put that in the chat too, Dr. Andre. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. So are there any more questions?
We haven't had any more come through. No, sir. I think you are good to go.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Andre.
You're very welcome.
Have a good week.